This is the weight room. This is where we train all the UA athletic teams at the AAC. In the morning, my job is to just make sure all the racks are flipped over and set up right for the teams coming in, and making sure we have the Coolmitts and the Virtruve sensors that we use ready and set up for any athletes, turn on the clock, and make sure everything's just nice and presentable for the athletes for the day. This is the hockey team. Here we have an athlete doing a rear foot elevated split squat. Hockey needs a lot of single leg unilateral strength for skating, so we do a lot of training for them like that, as well as some upper body plyos and some rotational as they're rotating a lot and having to hold on to a stick throughout their game. So we like to get them nice and strong. They're also a power sport, so we do a lot of jumping and plyos and acceleration drills to get them nice and strong and explosive for their sport. And then here's an athlete doing a box squat, as well as some cycling jumps. And then just one more athlete doing a single leg pistol squat, working on, again, that single leg strength. This is the volleyball team. They are an overhead sport, so we have them do a lot of overhead shoulder rehab just to make sure those shoulders are nice and strong. They are also a power sport, so this is a power snatch, just working on that force and power production, as well as some lateral jumps so they can move side to side well on the court. Front squats are important. Here, Tia is front squatting and she's using our Virtruve sensors. So that is connected and it will tell you how fast you're moving the bar, meters per second for the weight that she has, which is 115. And we want them to move heavy weight at a high speed so they can have high force production. And then this gives them feedback so they're able to assess their weight and their load selection. Here, Kaden is doing an assisted pull-up, working towards getting some pull-ups on her own. And then we have them doing some pin squats. Resting on the pin breaks the stretch shortening cycle and then allows them to just have concentric force on the way up. And then here I am doing a vert test with one of the athletes, just helping her, giving her some feedback on her approach and loading and the mechanics and the positions she's trying to hit. Here, Eric and I are just spotting a track athlete as he's doing some Hatfield squats. They are currently out of season, so they're able to load their weight up pretty heavy, which is good. We want them to get nice and strong before the season starts. Here's an athlete doing a power clean, working on that force production, as well as a rear foot elevated split squat, trying to load that up and get nice and strong. Just some more hamstring work as they do an RDL, trying to load that nice and heavy and get those hamstrings nice and strong so they don't have any injuries or problems when they're sprinting. Some high box jumps. And then just some single leg step ups, working on that glute extension to get that glute nice and strong and that explosive movement. This is the alpine ski team. Here we have an athlete doing trap bar jumps, getting them nice and strong, as always. Another athlete doing a front squat with 225 pounds with an eccentric tempo on the way down and a hold, and then trying to shoot that weight up as fast as they can. You can see the iPad on the rack tracking how fast he's moving that weight so he can get that visual feedback. Finally, we have the alpine team doing some snap down box jumps, just doing that counter movement and holding it for 1 to 2 seconds and then trying to explode up.